right, so I'm going to attempt to make the it is a all natural pumpkin pie creamer for your coffee, and I will do the link for where I got the recipe to give her credit. I cannot give you the name off the top of my head because I'm gonna have enough trouble with trying to figure out the dosages of what I need. So give me half a second. Hold on. Back. Sorry about that. I got everything together. So the ingredients that you're going to need, and like I said, I am going to link it for you, which will give you the whole entire recipe, her directions, and everything. This is just going to be how I'm going to end up making it, based on a little bit of substitutions and what it is that I have access to in a rural area, kind of, so to speak. So it calls for one 14-ounce can of full fat coconut milk, which she did stress that it needed to be full fat. So I did find that in the local South, I guess, Asian section of the supermarket. 4 tablespoons of coconut sugar. Never ever had I heard of coconut sugar, and surprisingly our super center had it, because our super center is very limited on like these new fandangled groceries. 2 tablespoons of pumpkin puree, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened vanilla almond milk, a half a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, a fourth of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a pinch of sea salt, which I'm gonna have to grab, and she really recommends using vanilla bean, a whole vanilla bean in it. However, that was something that I did not have access to at our super center. I searched everywhere for it, and there wasn't anyone for me to ask, which is not a big surprise. So she did the next best thing would be vanilla bean paste, which I know that would have totally blown our super center's mind had I asked that. So the third best option, of course, was going to be vanilla extract, which I do have access to. So that's what I'm going to use. So basically you're going to put all of these things in sides, y'all. Oh, wow, it smells delicious. For pumpkin pie and to put in your creamer or coffee. Okay, so this is about how much it made though. Well, obviously it made around about 16 ounces. If you added all the liquids together, you'd be able to smart enough to figure that out. And then you can see the consistency that it is about the consistency of coffee creamer. So I guess probably all you would need to do now is kind of scrape the sides a little bit and just maybe make sure it's all incorporated. And then she recommends storing it in a glass container. I actually have what I plan on doing is I have a glass container left over from some cold brew coffee, and I've rinsed it out, and that's what I'm gonna pour it into and store it. Now for me, because here, let me talk to you and not my boobs. This isn't a John Hughes film. So for me, because I'm a really big coffee drinker, hence the name Southern Belle on Caffeine, I would double this recipe, because this coffee creamer isn't going to last very long. Even though I don't use a lot of creamer at all in my coffee, I drink it black, no sugar. The only sugar or sweetness effect I get is from the cream that I put in it. But I usually use whole whipping cream for my, cream. So even yet, this may last me a week, even drinking multiple cups throughout the day. It may not. It may end up being a little bit stronger than I anticipate once I put it in the coffee and give me enough flavor and enough sweetness that it might not. So anyway, I will do a test drive, leave that down for you guys below, and I'm definitely going to give you the link for the blog that I found this on. And I'm glad that you joined me to test it out, because it was fun, and I look forward to hearing what you guys think about it when you try it. All right, thanks. Look, she washes dishes. See you later, the Belle and the Penguin. Okay, these are my final thoughts on the homemade, like whole foods. Everything's natural, no artificial ingredients, processed foods, pumpkin spice creamer that I made. My final thoughts on it, and it could be a little more pumpkin flavor is what I think. The sweetness is okay for me because I don't do a lot of sweetness, but as far as getting that pumpkin spice feel, you don't really get that. So I think that the next time I make it, which I will definitely make it again, I might just tweak it a little bit for myself and see, play around with the flavors a little and see what happens. So that's it though. Overall, it's a great recipe. It's was easy to make. It was easy to find the ingredients, even in the rural area, except for that whole vanilla bean. But it was easy enough to find the substitute. So I highly recommend it. If you like it, like what you saw, just subscribe to the channel, give a big thumbs up, and like and comment down below if you have any questions. And the link to the original recipe and the blog that I found it on will be in the comments. Thanks, guys. The Belle and the Penguin.